Describe the unification process by which Germany unified as a nation state. Or you can, the similar or question, explain the role of O.V. Bismarck in the unification of Germany, or highlight the role of O.V. Bismarck in making of Germany.
Otto Bismarck was a son, as the powerful son in the German society. He led the unification of Germany with 3 wars over 7 years, with Austria, Denmark, and France over 7 years, led to the Prussian victory. With the help of Prussian army and bureaucracy, Otto Bismarck led the unification of Germany, uh,
Bubu,
thus leading to the unification of Germany, and William I became the king emperor of the
Sumya,
unified Germany.
Sudhir. The Frankfurt Parliament, which was convened in the Church of St. Paul on 18th May 1848, was the first major step towards the unification of German states. This liberal initiative to nation building was, however, repressed by the combined forces of the monarchy and the military, supported by the large land owners of Prussia. Afterwards, Prussia took on the leadership of the movement for national unification. Bismarck was one of the greatest sons of Prussia, who accomplished the supreme task of the unification of Germany with the help of the army bureaucracy. He was convinced that the unification of Germany could be achieved by the monarchy, not by the common people. Whose main aim was? Bismarck's main aim was to unify Germany, which was accomplished by 3 wars with Austria, Denmark, and France that were fought in a brief period of 7 years. The wars ended in Prussian victory and helped in completing the process of unification. On 18th January 1871, in the royal palace of Versailles, the king of Prussia, William I, was crowned as the German emperor. These are the process in which Germany unified as a nation state. Describe the circumstances that led to the July Revolution of 1830. Who led such revolutions in Europe? Describe the circumstances that led to the July revolutions of 1830. Who led such revolutions in Europe?
As enormous unemployment in the July Revolution, many people migrate from the rural area to the urban areas in search of jobs. There is an acute shortage of food in the July Revolution in 1830s. July Revolution also led to the uprising of the French revolutionaries.
The following circumstances that led to the July Revolution of 1830. There was widespread of unemployment. Population from rural areas migrated to cities to live in overcrowded slums. Small producers faced stiff competition from imports of cheap machine-made goods from England. Peasants struggled under the burden of feudal dues and obligations. All these conditions and the rising prices made the people's life miserable. They revolted, and the Bourbon king was overthrown by liberal revolutionaries who installed a constitutional monarchy by Louis Philippe at its head. Such revolutions in Europe were led by the liberal nationalists who belonged to the educated middle class elite, among whom were professors, school teachers, clerks, and members of the commercial middle classes. Napoleonic Code is usually known as 1800. Politically, what did liberalism stood for? Choose the correct answer from the given. The concept of a government by consent, a centralized power exercised sovereign control over a clearly defined territory, a government formed by a noble people, freedom of markets. କୋଉଟା ସେମାନେ କୋଉଟା କଣ ସେମିତି କହୁଛି politically what did liberalism stood for?
Freedom for markets.
Very good. Who captured the power of Europe after Napoleon's defeat? Conservatives, communist, fascist, minority.
Conservative.
Which of the following was published by Raja Raman Ray? संवाद कौमुदी, शामसुल अकबर, चंद्रिका, पंजाब केसरी सिद्धि, संवाद कौमुदी. Name a Gujarati newspaper that published in 1822. जामी जहाननामा, बॉम्बे समाचार, अमर जीवन, इंडिया चैरिबरी. जामी जहाननामा. Name the 14th century poet whose collected works are known as Diwan. Hafiz, Kasi Baba, J.H.K. Ramchadha. Hafiz. With what purpose was the Vernacular Press Act passed by Lord Lytton in 1878?
To suppress
To supervise vernacular press, to clamp down and censor the native press, to popularize vernacular press, to encourage authors writing in Indian language. To clamp down and censor the native press. In which language manuscripts of Rig Veda was produced in the 18th century? Malayalam, Gujarati, Tamil, Hindi. Malayalam. Good. Who among the following published Sambad Kaumudi? Siddhi. के ଏବେ ବା ଜଷ୍ଟ ତାକୁ ମୁଁ ସେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନଟା ତାକୁ ପଚାରିଥିଲି ତା ଆନ୍ସର ଥିଲା ଏଇଟା के वेरी गुड आगे पचारे राजा रमन राय कोटा ये करछि तार आंसर एबे पचारदेली जानि परलु तो पाठ पढ़ना भद्रटा who which one of the following books was printed first by Gutenberg?
Bible.
The Bible. Who was Marco Polo? What was his contribution to print culture?
Marco Polo was an Portuguese sailor who came to the China and returned with the technology of printing press with him. He also took the knowledge of the printing press, how the papers are printed from the hand-block printing of China, that led to the new hand printing machines in Japan.
Who wrote the autobiography Amar Jivan, published in 1876? Why was the Vernacular Press Act passed in 1878? To control the vernacular papers which had become assertively nationalist and curtail the freedom of Indian press. Give the ancient name of Tokyo. Edo. ताको रोमानाइज्ड करा जाए जेडो येडो. Name some artists who were influenced by the art from Ukiyo. Monet, Van Gogh. Why was Gutenberg's press too slow as compared to present press technology?
Because that was the handmade
Hand printing method, but present press technology follows mechanical printing method. Handwritten manuscripts could not meet the demand for books. Why?
Because they were highly expensive, they are fragile, they are printed not durable.
Which country printed the Buddhist Diamond Sutra in 1816 CE? Why had Englishmen demanded a clampdown on the Vernacular Press Act in the 19th century?
Because there is enormous demand for the newspaper.
The Englishmen demanded a clampdown on the Vernacular Press Act in the 19th century as it aimed at curtailing the nationalist activities by clamping down on the vernacular press.